to simply ask the board to put this on town meeting floor, let the taxpayers and the voters decide whether they want to fund the support of purchasing this property.
A public hearing was held at the Board of Selectmen meeting for a parcel of land about 43 acres located at 203 Pond Street. For months, debate has existed whether the town should purchase the land and preserve the parcel as open space. A number of groups were represented at the Selectmen meeting to express their feelings in preserving the land, including the Sudbury Valley Trustees, Hopkinton Area Land Trust, Friends of Whitehall, Friends of Upton State Forest, Bay State Trail Riders, and the New England Mountain Bike Association. Much of the argument to preserve the land was centered around the link between Whitehall State Park and the Upton State Forest, and the fact that there is a lot of wildlife living on the land.
I support the purchase of 203 Pond Street in its entirety. We have to save our open space that we have left because it's decreasing quickly. It's our civic duty. I have walked the existing trails and hauling roads of 203 Pond Street. It's beautiful, it's special. It's a balanced ecosystem of high dry ground, wetlands, fields, and forest. It has it all. Any development of this parcel would fragment a very sensitive habitat and corridor for wildlife. It's a natural conduit between the two beautiful state parks, Upton and Whitehall. It presents a continuity of natural landscape unprecedented in this region of the state.
Ken Wisemantle of the Planning Board did not agree with the plan for the town to purchase all of the land, but had an alternative idea that he felt would be a better value for the town.
What the Planning Board recommended is that if the town is interested, that the CPC should consider purchasing either Lot 1 or Lot 1 and 2. Those are the two southern ones on Pond Street. If you purchase just Lot 1, you effectively add to the corridor significantly in what I consider, I'll say, the choke point of the corridor. Lot 2 also then preserves, I'll say, the streetscape more fully and adds to the corridor.
After the public hearing, the selectmen gave their opinions.
So I think this is a property worth preserving its whole, particularly if the terms of the proposed agreement, financial terms, can be met. It's a significant portion of the remaining open space in town, which is a lot less than it was 10 years ago.
Elected committees and elected boards have been discussing for a very long time. It hasn't changed as the makeup of the boards have changed as far as being on the lists. And I want to respect that work and at least give them the opportunity to present it to town meeting.
When we looked at the layout that Mr. Coolidge did, which was one of the finest ones that on my 5 years on the planning board, really left a lot of the space open and left us the opportunity to buy those two lots and to have a large passageway through there. You know, if the town wants to vote on it, it's all well and good, but how much money does the town have to spend on preserving land? You know, there are other large parcels that are coming up in front of the town.
A deal like this would be if we bought the whole thing and the house came down and we just ended up with real open space. I'm utterly uninterested in buying 6 acres of space with a house plopped in the middle of it.
Before the vote was reached, Town Manager Norman Kamalu asked for clarification.
That the motion is simply authorizing the town manager and town council to negotiate and answer the questions that have been raised with regard to what exactly are we purchasing, and also to allow the tri-party agreement that has been explained tonight to take some shape. That will then allow the board to take its necessary action with regard to the notice of intent to sell and any future town meeting considerations. I just want to make sure that's what the board is voting on.
In much fewer words, yes.
In the end, the board authorized the town manager and town council to begin negotiations over 203 Pond Street, with the landowner exploring the town's option for exercising its right of first refusal on the notice of intent to sell and town meeting consideration.